What's happening, Capital Xtra? It's your boy Robert Bruce right here, Homegrown, Saturdays 4 till 7 p.m. And I'm actually very, very excited this afternoon, right? Because it's not often you get a producer who's worked with the best of them. I'm talking Emily Sandé, Krypton Conan, Mary J. Blige, and Beyonce, obviously. But then he walks in the room with one of my favourite artists, someone that I've been checking for a long, long time. And I've been waiting. I've got Naughty Boy and Ray Black in the building with me. Make some noise. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Very good.
This is a lovely collab. I'm loving this. Even the way the lighting's just dropping.
Right. Are we in sync?
Yeah. There's a lot of synchronicity, and I feel like this whole chapter is going to be very easy because it's with Ray.
Okay.
Aww.
That's like, see, this is
He's the
music.
nicest. He's so sweet.
Music to my ears already. You know what? We're going to talk all things now, but I wanted to know what's been happening of recent times. Where have you guys been in the past year to 6 months?
Ray?
I've been in the studio for the most part. I've been working on my project. And I've just been refining. So I've been doing loads of that. And if we're talking a year, last year I was on the road a lot.
Okay.
I was doing like what felt like every festival. I did a tour. So yeah.
Please tell me you caught the London date. That's Ray's show.
Pardon?
Did you watch Ray live in London?
I didn't catch. I was out of London.
No, you missed out. Anyone
Really?
who missed that. And that was a turning point for me as well, because you don't know what to expect when you we'd done the song by then, but I'd never seen her perform live. But she's a real performer, and she owned the show, she owned the stage, she owned the audience. I was very, very impressed.
Okay. This is really nice, man.
Can you just do adverts and that? Get people to come to my show.
No, we can do some fake beef as well, but it won't be as natural as this.
It's all right. All good vibes. All right. So you've been in the studio together. There's a track coming. How did that come about? How did that collab come? Because you were on the track before you'd actually seen her play live.
Yeah, no, we recorded the track towards the end of last year, and I don't know, I just always wanted to work with Ray since I heard 50/50, My Hood, and she was definitely on my boxes to tick. And when we met, and the energy was good, and we got in the studio, we had this track, we wrote it with a girl called Sanabo. He's an amazing writer, and we did it with these guys, Wes and Kane as well, so it's definitely a team effort. But I wasn't expecting Ray's bars.
Really?
So we have to talk about that when we hear the song, because that just changes the whole game.
Okay, what? Lyrics for them?
Yes.
Sending shots fired. Multiple shots fired.
I can't wait to get into this one.
No, but I did want to ask you, Ray, how did the Anthony Joshua thing come about?
Oh my God.
Naughty Boy's going to take my job, you know.
I don't know.
No, but that's genuinely a question for me, because I was doing that because you sounded really sick on it, and I was like, how did that actually come about?
I mean, I was in shock when I got the call, but I think their team just asked if I would do the national anthem, and I was like, of course I'll sing for my husband. Anything for Bay. Anything for Bay. Yeah, that was an incredible night.
I remember watching, I was around with my family and my friend's family, right? And we were watching, we were like, oh my goodness, this is Ray Black singing the national anthem. Do you know how many people will be looking to that and be like, wow, inspiration? It was definitely a moment for me. I was tweeting straight away.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was so sick to see.
Yeah, it was a moment. My Twitter was going off. I was like, oh my God,
I was one
my
of them.
nudes leaked. What's going on? Why is my Twitter popping off?
Yeah, what I like about Ray's journey is people just more people must have found out who Ray Black is that night as well. And I think with artists like Ray Black, like she's a superstar, but you just need a bit more people just to create more awareness, and then they'll anyone who hears it just gets it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, straight away.
I've been on holiday in Greece recently, and a friend of mine who I haven't seen for a long time, and he didn't know that Ray's on my next single, and he said to me, "Oh, have you heard this Ray Black tune with Stormzy?" And I was like, "What do you mean? You're not, you're like, this isn't your world, but that doesn't matter anymore." So I think you're a great example of that. Do you know what I mean? If you hear something you like it, that's all that matters.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. What are you guys like in the studio? Are you both perfectionists?
I would say naturists, but not
What's a naturist?
Yeah,
what do you mean by
explain.
that?
Yeah, I think that means
natural.
it's not nature, it's the people that get naked.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of nature. It's not just natural vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it's easy for us to work together.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a lot more as well. I want to get involved with Ray's album as well. So this is just the beginning.
I'm a perfectionist though.
Yeah.
I'm a bit anal. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I'll redo stuff over and over again.
Was
and
it like
all
that with
sounds
this
the
track
same.
or
No, it wasn't, you
it
know.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Because, like, you lose the fear when you're doing a Naughty Boy track. You don't
Oh.
No, but I say that, but I kind of mean it as well. Like, there's just there's trust, and I knew when Ray hit it, and it didn't take like 2, 3, 4 takes. It was like the first couple that we had it then. But it's hard to sort of tell an artist that we've got it because Ray's
That's what I'm saying. We're going to want to do it over and over.
I think it's a good experience both of us because I genuinely didn't feel like we had to record it again and again to get it because it was very natural.
It actually was.
That's nice. And for you, you work with a lot of people quite early. What is it that jumps out at you to know, like, yeah, I want to work with Emily Sandé at that time, if that makes sense?
Part of it is I don't want to wait for someone else to do it and then see what I see, and I think it's important that producers, especially with the platform I have, it's good to be part of someone's journey early on as well. But for me, Ray's not a new artist, but I know for some people it will be, oh, there's a new artist called Ray Black. But that's just how the world works.
Yeah.
But I get gassed.
Okay.
But I get to work with someone who's like fresh, and Ray's like fresh to death.
I know. And you see, I can talk about Ray Black's music for ages and ages. How was it for you getting the call up for this? What goes through your mind? Because obviously you know the back catalogue.
Yeah.
You know the caliber of people that have gone before. And just to be mentioned in that same sort of light, how was that for you?
I was just really gassed. Actually, I remember before we did this song, I got to be in Naughty Studio.
Yes.
Like a little bit before. And I remember my manager told me, like, oh, do you want to just go down to Naughty Boy Studio? He's asked if you want to work together, blah, blah, blah. And that day, I remember that day, I don't think I had any sleep and it'd been a busy day. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to go. Like, I was falling asleep on my way there, but I was just like, I have to be there because I have to work with this guy. Like, he's made incredible music, worked with huge artists, and I've always loved his songs as well. So for me, like, this is an opportunity. So I'm just gassed to be working together.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a really, really good look. We're going to get into the song really, really soon. And I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about the whole UK music scene right now? Especially, say, you've been there from Chip Diamond Rings to seeing what's happening now.
It's
What's
nuts.
your outlook on it?
It's nuts, but it's good. I think it's good. I think music wise, I think England has always been like ahead of the game, and I think not just us as artists and producers, but also radio here, I think is more accommodating to new, fresh music, fresh sounds, and you don't have to conform as much as other territories. So I think that's part of our gift as well, how the public accept new music, new artists. And I'm someone who's been lucky where I could do a song like La 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 La, or then do a song like Running, and then there's no correlation. They're not similar, but you kind of know. I feel like this sounds like a Naughty Boy song, even though I've never made a song like this. But there's always an energy in the music, and there's always emotion in like my favorite songs. So I think this continues that definitely.
Yeah, no, 100%. And you, Ray, like what I like about your music, or one of the things I like about your music, is whenever it comes, it's literally like that. It's a Ray Black track, but we accept it however it comes. And for me, it's like I'm changing all of the he's to she's and singing it in my car as I'm going along, because it sounds so much like you tell stories in such a sick way that we've seen or that we can relate to or we've experienced. What's like the UK scene for you now, and how do you feel you sit in that?
I love what's going on right now just because it feels very natural. And I think it's what people want to hear as well on the radio now, as opposed to like what you're being force-fed. And I think that's why it's doing so well as well, because young people can actually relate to what they're hearing. So it's a good time to be a part of that scene, and I'm loving it. And I love being a part of it.
I feel like there's an honesty with Ray's lyrics that I don't think a lot of people. I don't want to like diss anyone, but I don't think a lot of people are doing that right now. I think that's what people are. They're attracted to as well, like honesty and a bit of vulnerability. Is like,
And that's what I was talking, like, literally that honesty, that storytelling vibe is like, I saw that happen last week to my friend, or I know so-and-so who was going through this. And it's just, you speak the words of situations, which is so, so good. Like, I was on you from 50-50, then I went back a little bit. Then we had My Hood, obviously blew up everywhere. Then Chill Out came, and that was a little bit different, which I still liked it. And then you hit us with Patience. It's like, I've been listening to everything that you say, you know. So we get to Patient now.
Yeah.
What were you telling us? Obviously, you told us what you were telling us, but how has that looked practically in your life?
I feel like accidentally, that's exactly what's happened in my life. When I wrote that, I felt like so much was happening around me, and so many people like doing things fast. And I think naturally as an artist, you like look around and feel like, oh, maybe I should be doing this. Maybe I should sign a deal right now. And then I just felt like, no, I should take my time and do everything in my time and in God's time. So I just literally just had patience and did everything as it felt naturally. And I've taken my time with working on my project as well. I haven't rushed it. And I feel like now everything is at a good point and it's all happened as it's supposed to.
As it's supposed to be.
But with my music, I write about my life and what I'm experiencing and what people around me are experiencing. So it's never been something that's like premeditated, thought out, and I've been like, today I will write about love or whatever. It's just happened that like some guys just really upset me and I've just done I hate you track. Basically.
But you'll find that with music, like especially my singles that I put out, the message in the song has always manifested itself in like to my life at the time when the song's released. It's really strange. Like even with All or Nothing, I know it definitely applies to my life right now. It's not just a song.
Same.
And I can separate those songs from the ones that they're just sick, but still I can't relate. But this one definitely, like it's like La La La.
Okay.
That was the last time where the song really reflected. Because I was just getting into it. I was had this big tune, but in terms of the lyrics and the message in the song, like when you can apply it to yourself, then that's the win, because that's the joy and the pain.
No, I definitely hear you. And there's another massive feature on this track. I'm going to let you tell the people who's on it. How did this come about? Please.
This one, I'm really gassed about this song because his song, 911, I used to do as a cover all the time, every single show. And being on a song now with Wyclef Jean.
Mad. Say it again.
Mr. Wyclef Jean, legendary. It's incredible. Like, I can't believe it. When I told my mum, she said, yeah. Like, she was like screaming like, wow, maybe you're really making it. Like, she was gassed. Everyone's gassed. Like, he's amazing. And we got to FaceTime as well. And I couldn't believe it. Like, Naughty's amazing where he'll just be like, oh, do you want to chat to? Shall I just introduce you to the Queen? Or that, like, casually. So he was like, oh, do you want to speak to Wyclef? And I was like, yeah. And then he just gets him on the FaceTime and we're chatting. Like, that was such a moment for me.
And he was absolutely in awe of Ray. When he had I played him the song at the X Factor final when I did DeMello with Raksu, and that's when we first met as well. But I didn't play him the song thinking he'd want to jump on it, but I literally played him the song, and while it was playing in his ears, he was writing bars because he was that connected to what Ray was doing and her voice, and he was just and we did that night of the final. That's when we recorded it.
That's when you recorded it.
So when things happen like that, I just get more excited because that's like the universe working. That's someone else engineering. That's not us as people. Like that's some other energy working, and I love that.
No, that's really, really good. And this track, is it coming out of a longer project?
Yes, of course. It's part of the album. I think the album's becoming like quite female-led. Like the strong, powerful female vocalist, lyricist. I don't want to say too much, but I think there's a message in this album that's bigger than music. Yeah. I think All or Nothing is the best way. Well, Running's obviously the first single, but All or Nothing is a great continuation of that.
It's since like 2013 was your last long one?
Yes, my album, How to Go On 2013. So I've been making this for a long time. Yeah. But I'm not mad at that because I think the label are, but I'll tell you why I'm not mad at it, because like you can't, I don't know, when you're trying to make something that stands the test of time, hopefully How to Go On, my last album, will do that as well, but it does take a bit of time. Sometimes it doesn't, but to get it all together. And I used to think that I didn't need to have a theme. I didn't need to have I could just make a bunch of songs.
Yeah.
But I think with an album, there has to be something that connects the dots.
Anchors it together. Yeah.
And that's what I've been working on for the last year. And I'm in a place now where I feel like,
okay,
it's time.
ready to unleash it on them. That's cool. And Ray, you're working on your project. Deal signed now. When can we expect it, please?
Summertime.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good enough for me.
That's good. I've given you enough, but not too much.
That's cool. And are you working with like UK people, overseas people, or are we just gonna wait and see?
A bit of both, actually. I've worked with some overseas people and some UK people because I've got a few other features coming out as well before my single actually drops. So I'm excited for people to like hear my voice on other people's tracks and hear me doing different things as well, because the songs are really different from what I do personally. And then, my songs.
And then your song, Summertime.
Yeah.
Lovely. Wicked. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thank
Honestly,
you.
this right here is like still mind blowing. Like,